So I'm here with Soehrensia arboricola, very beautiful species from Bolivia, I think South Bolivia, and a little bit of Argentina, in the Salta area, Salta region. Interesting plant, somewhat epiphytic, but also not. I mean, it can grow somewhat columnar, but it's not that type of a plant actually. This reminds me a lot of a Cactus hybrid with Echinopsis, something that has traits of both genera, a little bit like the thin spines that you see here. You know, when you feel them, they feel like Cactus spines. Sorry, here. When you feel them, they feel like Cactus. But if you look at the skin is a little bit transparent, not transparent, translucent, I think is the word. It's this waxy appearance like you see on Trichocereus spachianus, for example, or on Telegonoides, you know, this waxy appearance. I can show you on Soehrensia Telegonoides right now. There, you see this? The shiny skin texture and all. That's a trait that you see from a few species, you know. One in the background too. So here's the flower from the other side. Just giving you a little view of the petal and sepal situation. So you see a yellowish green tube, light green, and there's black-brown hair with grayish undertones, green scales on the tube, which is a trait of Trichocereus, Echinopsis, all these, a lot of Soehrensia, I think too. Yeah, and reddish sepals here, petals white, cream white, something like that. And the flower smells a lot. So I took a short break while the neighbor was mowing. He keeps mowing, but it's a little bit less loud right now. So we're trying to do this now. The areoles have a notch above them, which is a trait that you can keep in mind when you see it on a plant. You see there, it's not growing straight columnar with straight ribs. It has these little notches that you can use to identify it. And I mean, the flowers are pretty typical here. You will not see this exact shape very often. You see a similar flower from Trichocereus telegonus, but that one has reddish spines, brownish spines, and much bigger flowers. The flowers of Telegonus are very long, and this one here has fairly short flowers, probably because there has been some kind of short, like small flowering parent involved in the way this species came to be. Yeah, and I really like it. Very good plant, very good species for breeding, especially as a mother, and then with a colored father trying to pollinate it to get something with a better flower. For these kinds of situations, it is perfect. But I also have a few hybrids where it is the father, and these are good too. It has an extreme smell, like an extreme scent. When I came into the room this morning where the time lapse was set up, everything was smelling. It was crazy. So hopefully this plant has not pollinated the whole house. I mean, the pollen doesn't stay viable forever, but this is a very viable species, very fertile. But with that said, I had problems pollinating it with certain types of flowers. Classic Trichocereus, I had problems pollinating it with. it mostly does well with Lobivia, which shows that this could belong to Soehrensia, you know, because Lobivia and Soehrensia, they go hand in hand. They are like, Lobivia are the small, like, day-flowering cacti, and Soehrensia, they get a little bit bigger, they grow like, you know, these massive chunks of plants and all. So you can definitely see that this could belong together in a way. I have this plant since maybe 2008, 2007, and I bought it on eBay. It cost $50, and at the time that was so much money for me. I don't think I bought a lot of expensive cacti like at that time that cost $50, you know, not many. And looking back, it was worth it. This year we might also get the first botanical arboricola flowers from another clone that I have. And yeah, but right now I haven't seen the flowers yet. Like, there's a flower fluff, but no flowers. So we will see. Long term, I will do time lapse with it again, with this part, with this shoot, because I know it will look amazing when a few of them will open up. But for now, we're done with it. Thing ran through the night. Yeah, and it was good. But we will lock everything up today for the next videos. There's just too much life in the pots. Like, in every pot, there's at least a tiny spider that comes out when the flowers open up, because pollinators are out and they hunt them, you know. So trying to make sure that there's less interference from the pot, but it's difficult. Where I live, there's life everywhere. It's just how it is here, and that's how it's supposed to be. It gets a little bit difficult when you film the flowers and all, and there's a little spider dangling from the flower. But it is what it is. I mean, long term, we will get it under control. Okay, yeah, so I'm not sure if I spoke about the origin. Bolivia, you know, fairly limited distribution still. I mean, I've seen it being described as from South Bolivia and parts of Argentina, I think in the north, but I'm not sure right now. But it's still a fairly limited distribution. It's not that this is a super widely distributed species. It's interesting, I like it. There's a lot of potential for, like, just looking into the genetic situation, trying to find out how it came to be and all. Yeah, but that's a story for another day. For now, it has been moved to Soehrensia. Before that, it was in Echinopsis, as Echinopsis arboricola. Before that, it was in Trichocereus, as Trichocereus arboricolus. And yeah, I think it was first described as arboricolus, right? Gotta look it up again, but I think it was arboricolus. If not, it was arboricola, but nonetheless, has a few names, had a few names in the short time that it was described. I think from the 2000s. It's not an older species. And yeah, Kimnach has been instrumental in describing this species, making it available and all. And we will do a lot of work with it on the channel, but not too much. We will just play around a little bit with it. We will try to increase the flower size in the next generations. But apart from that, we will only do we will not overdo it. I do not want to use it as fodder too much. I just feel like, I don't know, the small size and all. You need the right fodder. You need the right mother where you could put that pollen onto, like something like flying saucer. There I would use it as a fodder. But everything else, like, I wouldn't use this flower on something that has a small flower too. You know, obviously for obvious reasons. I mean, this isn't super small. It's just medium sized, you know. But overall, the massive flower power that it has, that this species has, makes it valuable for breeding. Miss Plant made a lot of crosses with it, usually with variegated Grandiflorus as father or other kinds of Grandiflorus. And if you keep in mind what kind of plant this is, Grandiflorus is somewhere in between Lobivia and Trichocereus, or in between Lobivia and Soehrensia. It's a species that is close to Lobivia too, which makes it interesting that it crosses well with it, you know? So far I made hybrids with it with Angelo, Asterix, and a few more. Validus, I think. But it's been a while, so I'm not sure. Okay, yeah, this is the end of the arboricola video for now. But you will see this plant again when we're doing another time lapse with the tip, and then I try to do it right, making sure there's no bumblebees or spiders coming into the room, keeping everything locked up. I'm out with Kami and realized we haven't pollinated these yet, so that's what we will do. One of them will get Trichocereus glaucus, the other one probably bamboi, I think. Okay, so I brought pollen, but I also need brushes. They are in the other part of the garden, so let me just let this run with the background, a little bit relaxing, and I'll be back with the brushes. Okay, so I brought brushes and pollen now, and I want to pollinate the left one. With Echinopsis glauca. That's the large one that we've seen. Also white, so the cross isn't really super exciting in regards to the flower, but I want to have a hybrid between them. Maybe something with a larger flower, but more flowers, you know. So the cross is Soehrensia arboricola and Soehrensia, no, not Soehrensia, Trichocereus glaucus. Echinopsis glauca. Previously. And I try to use a lot because I want a lot of seeds if the cross is compatible. Okay, and now the other one, bamboi. I made a cross between an arboricola hybrid and bamboi like yesterday, and I want to try it out again to make sure we will get seeds, or to increase the chance that we will get seeds. kind of hybrid that bamboy is very fertile. So now I have to change the brush because I want to get the second time from the bag. And the moment I put the brush to the flower, I could contaminate the pollen in the bag. It's bad to pollinate like this. I do not like it. Yeah, but that's alright. I do not want to use up too much pollen for a cross like that. Maybe one more time with another brush. Used up 3 brushes then for that cross. This time I try to grab it a little bit so I can get the pollen to where I want it. Okay, good. Now we gotta disinfect these again. Little bit of alcohol, like I don't know, 70% should do the trick, but can cause damage to the brushes too. All my brushes are messed up. Over here we have Kami, the sheriff, making sure that there's no rodents in town. Yeah, and I'm always happy when I can show this species in a video. It's one of the species that became known through Misplant mostly, because Misplant picked his one up somewhere at a sale or something like that. I don't know. But he made a lot of crosses with it, and some of them came out really good. So interesting species for hybrid breeding. A little bit more tendency towards Lubivia Soehrensia. And yeah, in view of the situation of the current name, that tells you something. It's not the whole story, but it definitely gives you a vague direction to look into. To me, the plant looks like a hybrid of some sort, natural hybrid that, you know, like became a species. And we will do time-lapse with the last one. Okay guys, thank you for tuning in. I appreciate it. You can support the channel at patreon.com/cactusjerk and books at trichocereus.net.